Ooh, brothers, welcome, welcome. Can you hear me? Type a one in the live stream chat. Type a one. What's up, Chewbacca? You good, bro? Type one in the chat, brothers. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. How's my audio feel? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I can hear you.
Awesome. No buzzing in the background.
No buzzing. No. Chewbacca's buzzing, not you.
Awesome. Awesome, bro. So, brothers, type in one if you're here with us, if you're here with me. We're streaming on all platforms today: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. We will be crashing out on Kick later on, so don't you miss that. We got a 2 hour special, all right? So make sure you're with us for the whole 2 hours, okay? So now, okay, before we get straight into things, you can see on the screen, okay, IP, Python, and Theo AWS courses coming Q4 2025, okay? So I've been putting links to Theo's Manosphere conference on the videos that I post. So make sure you go back and join and make sure you get your ticket for the Manosphere conference happening in Miami this year. Also, in the links as well in the comments, there's a sign up link for you to book your interest for the Python course, all right, which is coming Q4 2025, okay? So me and Phil will be teaching AWS and Python simultaneously at the same time, okay, to help you brothers break into IT and give you that skill set, okay? So now, let's get straight into it, okay? So the title of this stream, as you can see, right, is I bought a condo in Brazil for all of my Brazilian women. So we'll see if that's the case, all right? So we got a special guest here called Mr. Theo Waff, the legend, the one and only. Theo, how you doing there today, brother? You good? Mute, Mr. Mute. You on mute?
Sorry. Yeah, it's been a long day. It's just been quite the workload, so it's been exasperating. I'm hoping it rains. So I'm just waiting for it to rain right now because we really do need the relief. So yeah, but other than that, I'm pretty happy. It's last day of June. Getting ready for this is gonna be a big July for me. It's gonna be very long. There's a lot that I have to do in this July, so I'm just getting ready. That's all.
Okay. Oh, hopefully some positive news that's happening for you in July, brother. Nothing sad or whatever.
Yeah, me too. Hope so.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So this stream, brothers, will be mostly around Theo. Okay, Theo has some news for us to break in regards to a condo in Brazil. His plan for multiple forward operating bases, right? The idea of freedom, how IT has powered this incredible change in his life. This is incredible. So we know Theo, he's a US brother, right? Doing great things in the US, right? But he's recently copped a condo in Brazil. Theo, do you want to kick start for us, brother? Break it down.
Yeah, believe it or not, it was actually last year. I was very quiet about it. So I sold my BMW, and with the money that I had left over, I went ahead and put that into the condo in Rio de Janeiro. So I've had that, I don't know, maybe about 8 months so far or something like that. I forgot how long. And it's a nice 3-bedroom. It's not that far from Ipanema Beach. So I got to go there. I haven't been inside of it yet, but I have to go in there and do some upgrades, paint it, get some, kind of Westernify it, make it a little better. And then that'll become the forward operating base for the students, for the guys who are in the class. So that has been done. I think we've talked about having the forward operating bases, and the big one's going to be in Sao Paulo. So that's very much under my plan so far. But in terms of Rio de Janeiro, I think what I have there is actually pretty decent. Got it for a good price, especially because the real was dropping in value so much last year. So it dropped by like 20%. So I was able to just scoop that down, go get that condo real quick.
Wow. Theo, you bought that, is that a mortgage or fully in cash?
I don't do mortgages, man. No, I don't do the banking system. I pay that in cash. Yeah, just straight out. Boom.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Incredible, brother. Brother, was it expensive, brother, to cop that condo in Rio? Or was it something that, was even cheaper than American house prices or similar?
Oh, it's definitely cheaper than American house prices. So it was about 120,000 altogether. So I put a little bit of my money into it outside of the car purchase. So yeah, sorry, the car sale. So yeah, it basically we have to do. If you guys want to do this, you need to get a lawyer in Brazil, and foreigners can own real estate in Brazil, but you need to have a lawyer, and then you actually need to have a what's a tax ID. And so my lawyer got all that for me, and they need to get bank account. But to be honest, I just transferred all the money from my account here in America to his bank account in Rio de Janeiro, and then he took care of it. He just did the purchase for me, so it was really nice.
Wow, Theo, we have a lot to discuss here because, like, the fact that that condo was $120,000, that's incredible. That's very good price. And a 3-bedroom condo in the UK and US, that's at least going for $500,000, well, upwards of 400K. Wow, but how did you even come across a condo of that price in the first place, bro? Incredible.
There's various sites for that. I'll put it in your Facebook group. But there's various sites for that. You can just go scroll through, and then you talk with like realtors and like, what about this? What about that? When I was in Sao Paulo last time, I spent a lot of time talking to realtors, condo construction companies. So I still follow them. And the big one that I want is going to be in Sao Paulo. I mean, I still discuss with them like the criteria, the kind of like a condo that I actually want to buy. So, let me think. I'm trying to think how many square feet. I think it's like $120,000, and I think it's 110 square meters. Pretty sure, something like that. To go look at the information again, but I'm pretty sure it's 110 square meters, which is huge. That's a very decent size condo. And Ipanema, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yo, incredible. Sophia, all right. Now, can we talk about how, like, so a lawyer helped manage that process for you? Also, but I think one of the things about obviously being in the West and then leaving it to people abroad to do things for you is scams, etc., right? How did you come across this lawyer, brother? Was it through your vetting system, or was this a very popular lawyer? You knew he was legit. Break it out for me, brother.
When I was in Sao Paulo last time, I actually was looking for a lawyer because I was looking for lawyers to buy property in Sao Paulo. So I got in contact with a Japanese Brazilian. So that's very easy. I spoken to him in Japanese. I was like, okay, let's really talk here. Like, are you gonna scam me? Right? Like, right? So I asked him, do you understand the requirements and what's going on here? And and so basically the bank is aware that you have to have communication with the bank. So the bank knows it's going into the lawyer's account, but if there's anything like funny going on, the bank takes care of it. Oh, that's where I won. That's the good thing.
Wow, incredible. So Theo, right now, this is a very big thing because to me, that's freedom, right? You got a spot in the US, you got a spot in somewhere in Brazil, multiple spots on the way. Now, Theo, what is your plan, right? So is the plan to be in Brazil for 6 months, then America 6 months, or Brazil 4 months, jumping between multiple properties? Break it out for me, bro.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to go back and forth to the United States. There's no way. I've got dogs. Just the way it is, and the nature of my work. Like I'm always working. It's never. So look at all the books I've got. So I'm always preparing, doing something like that. So I'll be in America no more than 2 months a year. That'll be the very maximum. I would ideally only be 1 month, and that would include the Black Manosphere Conclave. So I have no desire to be here. Again, when I was abroad, I as an adult, I did 12 and a half years straight in Japan. And during that time period, I was only in America 6 weeks. I was in the UK over 3 months. So the thing, I was in the UK more than the United States. So I don't have a desire to be back in this country, to be honest. So I'll well basically this is how it's going to go down. So the condo that I get in Rio, that really is just for the Ford operating base. I want about a 200 to 250 square meter condo in central Sao Paulo, in particular the Liberdade area. And so that's money. We're talking like, to get it done correctly, $250,000.
Damn.
Yeah. So basically, the way it works is that if you know you're going to get that apartment, you can get the condo, you're going to buy it, and you kind of spec it out, and you agree to the terms. Then you just put like $50,000 down, and then you just, as they're building it, they ask for more money, and then you just pay it as time goes on. So you use a bank like HSBC or something like that. You tell them what's going on, and then they make sure there's a proper transfer of money to the account, and then you make sure you have a lawyer involved to oversee everything. And as everything's are going through, yeah, I mean, you can actually fly down to the country and just go straight into your condo if you want to. I might rent the first year. Well, if the condo is still in construction, that's fine. But it's, once I'm there, I'm there. The way I always look at it, it's very simple. If my music, my computers, my bike, my Cannondale, and my dogs, if they all go to one location, that's it. That's home. I've moved. I'm done.
Wow, incredible. Sophia, so no one is currently living in your condo right now. It's empty.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Theo, I would assume that you got multiple Brazilian girlfriends living there, waiting for Theo to come back to, whatever. I don't know. There ain't no woman, brother, living in your condo waiting for you, brother,
No. No, that's definitely not me. And Rio women are a bit loose. So if I did have a woman in my place, she'd be be getting run through over there. No, I'm definitely not having anybody there. But what I do need to do is I need to go down there. I need to have the walls repainted. I need to, look for insects, things like that. New cabinets, new electronics need to be put in. Things, normal fixer-upper. So I'll probably put about $30,000 into it, fixing it up. And then it'll be like a phenomenal condo.
Amazing. You know what, Theo? Brothers, so in the chat, there's a link. There's 2 links to register your Python course interest. There's a link for Theo's Manosphere conference coming up in Miami. So please make sure you go on both links. You register your interest for the Python course. I'll be teaching Python, and Theo has a conference coming up in Miami. Go and book your Manosphere tickets. Okay. So now, Theo, 120,000 is a lot of money, right? And can we talk about where that capital came from? Because Theo, we know that you're doing great things. We know you're a genius, and I say personally, I think you're the greatest black man alive right now in America. Let's keep it a buck. You're educated.
No,
You're nerdy. You're not a
my
fog. You're
mom,
not a pookie. Go on, bro.
my mom isn't a Filipina.
Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That guy, I'm watching him. I'm like, nice mom. Like, I see what you're doing there. Yeah,
NBA
that's a
dude.
nice mom. Yeah. Oh, okay, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
We
I,
may react to that for you actually. I need to bring that up later on. So go on, Phil.
yeah. I'm just a normal guy. That's it. I'm boring. And I'm just
So
trying to apply my. I'm just trying to survive at work. Actually, there's just too much crap going on.
so Theo, right? To me, your story is inspirational. Okay, so brother, can I ask you, right, how you raised that 120 grand? Was that your savings? Was that selling off some investments? Was that I don't know. Yeah, break it down for us, brother.
So what is it? So the car sale, the BMW. I had a BMW M8 racer competition. So I sold it for $80,000. I barely had any miles on it, but I had bought it new. So that was so that was $80,000, and then the other 40,000 that just came from my salary. So usually in 1 month salary, I earn over $50,000. So I just whatever my expenses were, I took the other 40,000 and put it into the condo. That's it. Done.
Brother, a car. Maybe you were able to get that much for a car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that must be a very special car.
It's a BMW M8 convertible. Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous car. I didn't resell it like through a third party. I actually, it was people talking. They saw my car. They made an offer for it. So just if you actually go through a car dealer, you're gonna get screwed. But if you just do it direct, it's fine. So I was talking to another guy who had money, and he had $80,000 to spare. So he just bank to bank transfer. That was done.
Wow, incredible, Theo, incredible. Selling off one asset to get another asset that will build value over time. Genius, bro, genius.
It's not. I don't really think about the value over time. That's really in the West. You're thinking about it. What I'm thinking about is the experience of Black men abroad. So what will they be experiencing? What the guys from our classes who get to go there and chill out, what will they be doing? Right? That's the kind of stuff I think about. So I'm going to see if I can get fiber optic internet connection, redundant internet connections. I want to have Tempur-Pedic beds in there. I love Tempur-Pedic. So so Tempur-Pedic mattresses, that's like $3,000 each minimum. You can't get them cheaper than that in Brazil. So that's money, right? Washer, dryer. They got what I saw in there was not cool. New refrigerator, and then some nice screen, couch, stuff like that. So it's a nice place to chill out. That's kind of the amenities I need to go put in there. So but that's really for the experience of the students. What I'll be doing is getting a condo for me in Sao Paulo, which will be huge. And then, of course, a lot of students know I'm designing the gym right now for Sao Paulo. And this is taking a significant amount of my time right now. So I'm spending at least $10,000 a month minimum on gym equipment. And I'm going to really increase this. I'm going to start buying all of my gym equipment directly from China. So once I get that, then I can get probably 10 pieces a month. And I just want to fill up a storage unit and then send everything with containers over to Sao Paulo and actually build the gym out in Sao Paulo.
Incredible, bro. Wow, incredible, Theo. So, okay, so Theo, right? Was that condo? Was that new build, or was that already someone already had that condo and they sold it to you?
It's old. It's old one. Yeah, it's older. That's how it's able to get it for so cheap. It's it's actually a nice place, to be honest. It has a nice view of the ocean. It's quite nice. But if we're talking about Sao Paulo, it's 250 square feet, 300 square feet. Sorry, 250 square meters or 300 square meters was very different. There won't be any view of the ocean from there. So it's a little bit more central Sao Paulo. So yeah, I'm paying a different price point. Ipanema is very nice and bougie. So it's much more expensive, actually, than the rest of Brazil.
Wow. So Theo, right, I want to talk about now, you keep saying it's a forward operating base for students, right? So does that mean every 2 months to be a new person living there, or would it be a group of people living there, 5 people at the same time? What does that mean for us, Theo?
So the forward operating base program that I'm in the process of creating is that it's going to take a while, guys, for me to create this. This is just where it's going to take some time. The program is designed to help guys who are kind of skittish about going abroad and being passport bros. So for one thing, it has a VPN, which is always established to the United States. So all you have to do is log into the local wireless router. When you go to the forward operating base, you automatically have an IP address to the United States. So nobody would ever know that you're in Brazil. This is one of the first things that the thing will offer. And then it'll offer other amenities that, Westerners like. Like in the beginning, like warm towels, warm fluffy towels, things like that, crap like that. It just makes life easier. The other thing too is that if you're in there, we do verify your income, so you have to be making at least $100,000 a year.
Ooh.
And yeah, we're not doing this for people who aren't serious. If you're like one of our students, and you just kind of want to go to Brazil and get some, and you haven't actually passed your certifications, you don't have a job yet, you can't go to the forward operating base. It doesn't work that way. No, we don't want you there. But if you've done the work, then it gives you like a superior to Airbnb experience, but at about half the price. That's the big thing. We want it to be 50% less at least. Also, if you go to the forward operating base, you'll be required to have at least 30 minutes of language instruction four times a week. So the language teacher will come to you and teach you Portuguese. Yeah, because I don't want any illiterate brokies in my forward operating base going around thinking that there's something and trying to get some low level, like, pawn scum woman. No, man, I'm not doing that. So, you're gonna have to make 100,000. If your salary is 99,000, it doesn't qualify. You need to be making 100,000. And I will be looking at that very specifically. Like, are you actually making $100,000 a year? If you are see, these people are having fun. You guys think I'm stupid, okay? If you're in the EU, you need to make 100,000 euros a year.
Oh wow! What?
Okay.
Should it be best in dollars, brother? Dollars is the main currency, so
no. You need to be making 100,000 euros a year. And if you're not making 100,000 euros, I'm like, sorry, bro, you go someplace else.
Bro, but right? In the EU, UK, our economy is a bit lower than America. It's not easy to get handicapped.
No, I don't care. No, don't care. I think for the UK, I'd probably put it about £80,000. Yeah, little different. 'Cause I know the system in the UK, so it's harder to get to £100,000 a year. But 80,000 quid, you could do that. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm not going to be playing around. I know some of you people go around saying, "Well, let's look at the exchange rate today and try to figure things out." No, no, I'm looking at you. How much money you're making in your own economy based upon the local standards. And if you're not pulling the money, then I don't want you in the forward operating base. You're like, sorry, man, I'm not dealing with you. Go someplace else. But if you are making the money, okay, good. Then you're probably an outstanding person, and you value having a language um, class, having somebody come over and teach you, Portuguese. When I make the forward operating base in Cali, Colombia, it'll be the exact same thing. You got to be making, 100,000 euros or $100,000 or 80,000 quid, and if you don't, you can't go in there. And then at the same time, you're going to have to also, what is it? You're going to have to take Spanish courses in Cali. So if you don't take the Spanish course, I will hire a Spanish teacher. So if you're not taking the Spanish courses, I'll know, and they'll be like, yeah, you can't be here. And I think that you would, maximum 3 to 4 months, you could be in the forward operating base, and then you should be taken off. You should be integrating or doing something else in life. That's all I think of it.
Theo, is it one person at a time, or can 5 people be living there at the same time?
I don't care.
3 people.
Yeah, 3. If you got a group coming in there, we want 5 guys to be there. That's fine. I don't mind that. It's just that you'd have to adhere to the certain rules. So do you have the income, things like that? Ozzy is saying, what about 100,000? Look, Ozzy, yo, bro. If you're not making a certain amount of money, like what's next? Rubles. If you're not making a certain amount, I just tell you, sorry, this isn't for you. The other thing, again, you have to be making. I'm pretty much wanting people making money in a Western company, and they have to qualify for the visa on their own. We're looking at this stuff. Pretty much, you need to also have certifications as well. So if you don't, Python really doesn't have a certification, to be honest, but AWS or cloud or security certifications, they're definitely there. So if you don't have any certification, you don't have a certain job level, I'm not doing business with you. Like, sorry, bro, ain't gonna happen.
Wow. You're thinking, like, you guys are probably thinking 100K is a lot, but if you're in America, you can get that with your AWS course, right?
Yeah.
You can get that. So I'm telling you, IT is the best industry to be in as a passport, bro. Particularly if you're American. Do Theo's AWS course. Go to the conference in Miami. Go meet other brothers and let Theo help you kickstart your career. I'm teaching Python too. Python AWS in America will get you to that 100K salary, particularly if you're in America. Okay, so I put a link in the chat. blackmanosphereconference.com. Go and get your tickets, right? And for me, I'll be teaching Python in Q4 2025, which is a couple months away. So book your interest. Tell me your details in the link I just put there in live stream chat. All right. I'm teaching you Python. Phil teaches you cloud. Boom. We got a team. All right. Let's go. So, Theo,
can I answer? Hold on. Can I answer some of these comments in the chat? I gotta have a little bit of fun here. So one guy says 99% of passport bros don't make 100K. I don't care. That means those 99% of those guys, I don't want them in the forward operating base.
Damn.
See how that works? It's very simple. If you don't have the success, I'm not networking with you. You're not allowed in the club. So there's other places for you, but it's not going to be with my group. All right? I'm not supporting low performers. Okay? You guys in the chat who are sitting there, if you're in my class, you know this is how I'm wired. I do not play around. So if you're think, well, what about this? I'll say, There's a bench along the river. Go there. That's where the homeless go.
Oh,
That's where you
oh, oh,
go. Yeah, I don't
oh,
play around. Hold on, next
oh.
one. It says, what if you cleared quarter million British pound last year, but this year the projections aren't on track? Well, why are you traveling if the projections aren't on track? You should be in the UK working to go get that £250,000 again. Why are you taking the class and what? What? Are you like a political refugee or something? No, if you lost that much money, then you need to stay in London and try to get your money back up before you go back and travel. See how that works? You're telling me like, okay, well, what if I was rich before, but now I don't got nothing? Okay, well, okay, this is the place called the River Thames, and they've got a bench on there. Go find a good place to go sleep. All right, because I'm not
Damn,
dealing with you.
damn, damn.
Yeah, it's just, I'm brutal, man. I don't play around. I don't. Man, you guys are having fun. I'm just like, nah, man. I'm not dealing with you. Anyway, good to see you improve. So, how long do you think? How long do you think you're touching? Okay, so guys, it depends on you how long it'll take for you to get your skill level up. So, if you really put some time and effort into the class, you should be just fine. You can get to $100,000 a year. One of my students, his first day of work today was today. He went from $40,000 a year to $120,000 a year in 15 months. Okay, good guy, solid, understands, and he understands he has to keep on working. He has the receipts. He did the work. See, what I'm seeing in the chat are a bunch of people saying a bunch of excuses. And if you've got excuses, you know what I got for you? I got for you a really premium bench along the river. Some of them are next to trash cans so you can eat. Okay? So you need to go level up your game, because if you're not, I'm not playing with you. This is the way we do things here.
Damn. Wow. Wow. You ain't playing. Shout out to Mr. Narman Magnus Anti for the support. Men are migrating to new NAS bash environment and can always port forward home. IT talk, yes. No baggage, just lightweight encryption. What kind of encryption, boy? Is it AES 256? And a direct route to the terminal. Okay, awesome. Safe shell travels. We got a Linux brother in the building.
I like that. David. No, that was pretty good, man. I like it. That was pretty. No, that was cheeky. You got to get a job. You got to get a job, man. We got to get him 6 figures. Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Facts, absolute facts. So, Theo, right? This is awesome, right? So I want to know about the other operating bases. I want to know, would there be a base in Asia, in Africa, in the Caribbean? How many bases are you planning, Theo, right? And Theo, essentially, right, Theo, this is your own kingdom. And Theo, you know, in the past, right, for many times I spoke about kingdom, right? Kingdom building, wealth building, right? Having freedom. The fact that, hey, I got a base in Asia, Brazil, this country, that country, right? I can bounce in between, right? That's freedom to me, Theo, right? So any plans for a multinational for the operating base? Break it down.
Oh, yeah, so there's going to be 2 in Brazil, because I'm going to operate mainly in Brazil. There'll be 1 in Cali, Colombia. I might do 2 or 3 in Cali, Colombia. To be honest, I'm thinking about building buildings in Cali, Colombia, from what I hear. Yeah. Cali looks good. And then the last one will be in Thailand. So I want to have actually a house there where like 3 or 4 guys could actually chill out, and then have a swimming pool and all the amenities that it would need, and have a maid come over. I've got all kinds of thoughts of nasty on that one. But anyway, yeah. So, but that would be the same system though. So in each one of these, like again for Brazil, Colombia, and for Thailand, There would be a maid service to come over every once in a while, clean things up. Also to bring water. I'm kind of particular about this. Drinking the water may not always be the best, so I'd want somebody to come over and bring like 2 gallons of water every once in a while, just to make sure you guys are refreshed, right? And clean things up. And then I'd have somebody come over to do language education as well. Same kind of idea. Because I want you guys being successful and being able to communicate properly. And then each one of these forward operating bases would have a VPN connection back to the United States. To be honest, it would be a redundant VPN connection. So you could actually do everything you need to do in the United States, do all your work, and just connect in there real easily. Also, for example, let's talk about Cali, Colombia real quick. Let's say that you're the forward operating base 4 months, then you find your own apartment, you date a Colombiana, and you have your own VPN back home to your own house. Everything's set up normally in your own place, which is great. That's what we support. If you had a problem, you could always go back to the forward operating base and connect back in. So that's the kind of service we want for these guys. We want to have an infrastructure in place so that they can always work remotely on a permanent basis.
Awesome. Phil, so can I ask you, right, what kind of money or what kind of contribution, right, would we have to make to that base? Because you said that there'll be language lessons. Are we paying half towards that, or are you paying for the language lessons, Phil? What sort of costs? What?
No, that would be a part of the monthly fee. So you get charged like for the forward operating base. Like if you're going to be like there for 2 weeks, we say we don't want you there. It has to be at least a month. So we want you stable. Basically, if you're a Rolling Stone, you're like, I'm just going to go to this city and go get laid a lot. I'm like, I don't want to deal with you. So you pay 1 month, and with that, the language and the maid service will be free. Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure you're still figuring out the cost of that. How much it will cost? It's too early to say so. Yeah.
No,
okay.
It's not hard. It's not hard to do. I mean, I've already figured that out in my head. It's really not that expensive. These countries are actually really cheap. As long as I'm not a money grubbing scumbag, then it's fine to do this. If I'm this wild Western capitalist who's just trying to go for the bag, that usually means I impoverish my clientele. I don't want to do that. So I'm looking for sophisticated, accomplished students who are working, who want to get a kind of a better situation. So yeah, a stable situation where they can get their basic connectivity needs met. Everything will be fine. In some areas, this would also include a free travel to and from the airport. So somebody will be waiting for you at the airport, pick you up, and take you directly to the forward operating base.
Wow, incredible, Phil. So I want to talk about Japan, because obviously that holds very dear to you. I'm surprised as to why there isn't going to be a forward operating base in Japan, particularly like in Tokyo. I've been in Tokyo. I think it's the best city in the world by far. I think being in Tokyo, remote working there, being amongst Japanese chicks, being amongst the culture, you've also got foreign people there as well. It's great nightlife, everything, bro. Very high tech, futuristic city. As IT bros, we love that kind of scenery, right? I'm interested as to why you don't want to have an operating base in Tokyo, Japan, or anywhere in Japan, bro.
No, I do not want to deal with that kind of stuff in Japan. Japan already, let's say Tokyo, they already have a system of guest houses where you can go and stay, and you can get what's called a rokujo, so a 6 tatami mat room, and it's usually 60,000 yen or 80,000 yen for a month, which is ridiculously cheap. And then you have a shared kitchen and a shared bathroom. I think that's great for socialization, to understand the Japanese system better. and it has pretty reliable internet service, like fiber connections to your house. Sorry, so fiber connection to your room. So why wouldn't you go there? Like Japan's already very developed. So is Germany. So you don't need anything like this in Germany as well. That wouldn't make sense. But some of these other countries, yeah, maybe you need something, and then you want to make sure that you're safe or something like that, right? So this gives you kind of a different system, a different service.
Awesome. Theo, like when I heard this, right, this inspires me, right? Honestly, it inspires me to work even harder. It inspires me, to be like you. You're an inspiration, Theo, to many brothers here. Literally, you are a gem because, like, again, not like you're a nerdy brother. Unfortunately, the media doesn't give imagery to nerdy brothers, but in this possible space, you are a king in this space, brother. No one can ever take that away from you, brother. All right. So, Theo, like, you're doing a lot of great things, Theo, right now. Is there a special woman, right, in your life that, you're thinking about, Theo, or you want to bring it in, can you want to take it to one base, other base, Theo? Is that future plans, Theo? Like a special woman that you want, or woman? I don't know. You want multiple chicks, Theo, but break it down for me, Theo, because I want to see you, brother, in Sao Paulo with your chick, then in Rio with your chick, then in Cali with your chick, Theo. Any plans for that, brother?
No, I'm not. I'm not like that. So I would never bring a woman to a forward operating base. That's just the way I feel. That's not me. I could the way I look, I could do better. So I could build like a 300 square foot condo or get like a 400 square foot house in Sao Paulo and totally deck it out. And so if I were having a woman around, that's what I would have for a woman. These kind of condos that I'm talking about, these are cute little things. Like they're just cute. So when I was younger, I could stay in a place like this and watch some TV and go out and have some fun. And I would think I was like the big man in the culture or something like that. Be cute, fun. I'm not looking for that right now. I'm actually looking for, can I bring the dogs downstairs to some grass so they can do their business, right? like can I get a 20th story view of Sao Paulo? Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm thinking along those lines. Can I have Italian furniture in there? What kind of Brazilian furniture can I have in my place? Like, can I have a Japanese Brazilian architect go into my condo and design things? That's the way I'm thinking about it, right? So for a woman in my life, that's what she would be getting. I'm definitely gunning for Japanese Brazilians, to be honest. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I still have my eye on Ukrainians. I still talk with Ukrainians from time to time, but I can say that I have war fatigue at this point with dealing with the war and marriage with the Ukrainians. And I broke up with my long-term girl that I had. So I broke up with her in January. So it's more like kind of like start off fresh, go get a Japanese Brazilian, get her young, make 3 or 4 kids with her. The other thing, of course, I've talked to you about is building the gym. So the gym is going to cost me about $300,000 US to build correctly. That's just to put the equipment. That's the equipment. We're not talking about the actually what's necessary inside of the gym, and then getting bathrooms, things like that. Code. I gotta do. That's gonna be about another $50,000. So I'm gonna be working on that as well.
Awesome. It's Japanese. Oh yeah, brother. I see what you're doing, brother. I see. So you want an ethnic Japanese chick, but Brazilian culturally. Okay, I see you, brother. I see you.
Actually,
or maybe
I
a half white. Come, bro.
Half. I want half and half. Japanese girls, they're cute and sexy and everything. I get doesn't give it. I want something a little sturdier right now. So I want her to be a little stronger. You know, I want a lot of kids. I want some Brazilian in her, just to have a stronger DNA.
Mm.
I get like again, I was crazy about Japanese women for most of my life. Just straight out crazy about them. And then I was also crazy about Ukrainian women. But the women that I tend to like were, you know, between a size 0 and a size 4. Their hips are really small. And I still want, I don't want big hips, but
Mm.
something's got to be bigger there. I mean, I got to
Yeah.
have a little bit more cushion. It's not, you know, I'm not, I don't want her, I don't want a girl so thin that the wind comes by and takes her away. Like, oh, what happened? Oh, she's gone, right? So, like, you know, I want something a little cuter, you know, but a little bit more meat in her. That's it.
I feel you, brother. You want a half white Brazilian, half Japanese chick as an option. What about like half black Brazilian, brother, half Japanese? Is that cool with you?
I'm looking at Brazilian. I'm looking at the culture.
Mm.
So how much of the culture is inside of her? It's the race isn't a part of it. It's the culture. And then I'm looking at Japanese culture. How much of the Japanese culture is inside of her? That's the most important thing. Because long after I'm dead, she's going to be the matriarch of the family. So I need to have somebody reliable. So, you know, I'm not playing around. I'm looking at her values. So race isn't an issue. It really is on who she is as an individual.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. Lord have mercy. But this is inspirational. This is so inspirational, man. And I know that you're gonna find that Brazilian chick easily. Now, I don't know if you. I think I've said to you before. Perhaps multiple women is what you may want, Theo. I think maybe consider that, Theo. Right, multiple chicks. Maybe. Also, is it worth getting married as well? Like maybe you want a long-term girlfriend. Don't put a ring on it. She has your babies for you. Think about it, Theo. Isn't there a lot of things to think about, particularly marriage? Why get married? To have a girlfriend to pop out kids for you?
No. I only date for marriage, and I don't do long term like that. That would be me wasting my time. And then I don't have like I'm married before Carrie. There is no pregnancy before marriage. I'm very consistent on that. I do not play around. So if and then I only need one woman. That's it. I only need one. So I know some of these other guys come on your show are our students. They talk other things, other ways, and I just kind of look at them and say like, okay, all right. I don't think you're going for the kind of woman that I'm going for. Um, you know. So I just hold on Facebook. I just showed you. I just gave you the photo of my kind of like ideal kind of woman in Brazil. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, I'm not playing around. Yeah.
Theo,
Yeah.
what the flip? That's what you want? Damn.
Yeah. See, notice she's nerdy, but you see, like, she actually is. You can see the Brazilian in her. She's actually stronger than a Japanese woman. She's more complete. So that's why I like her. So I looked at that. I was like, yeah, that's that next to me. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I like that.
Ooh. Is that Japanese Brazilian?
Yeah, it's Japanese Brazilian.
Oh my goodness, bro. You might. What the flip is going on here, cuz? What's this? Brother.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh
I'm
man.
having all kinds. I'm having all kinds of fun. I'm making AI videos. I'm having all kinds.
Theo, right? But
Yeah.
so camera AI video. So it's quite off.
No, I should show you that AI video like I made. It should be kind of cute. No, that's not okay. That's the wrong video. But I've actually thought about it. And like, you know, having a kid with a woman like that, I think that would be really cute. She can make kids.
But you can also find Japanese Brazilian brother in Japan, right? There's quite a few in Japan, brother, right? So are you running out Japanese
No,
woman in Japan, brother, who are also
no,
Brazilian, brother?
no. I'm not buying land in Japan. I'm not going to make a gym in Japan. No, no, no.
Or get her in
Japan is
Japan and bring her to Brazil, brother.
no,
Come on, bro.
no, 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 no. I just go to Brazil and go up to the source. You got 2 million of these women walking around in Sao Paulo. Man, let's go there. Yeah, it's just the easiest way of doing it. Yeah, I've already
Oh,
done Japan. I'm done. So I
yeah.
go back to Japan on vacation or something like that, but that's about it.
You say that, but I guarantee when you go there again, you're gonna drop everything. I'm like, okay, I want to get a spot in Japan. I'm telling you, man, like, bro, like, you're
No,
gonna like it's off the hook, man. I was there last year, bro. And, like, I was like, man, bro, the woman would check in, the culture was great. Although it's not a perfect society, right? I've got my Exposed to Japan series. I think chain culture is a problem there. I'm not saying they're all cheap, but that's the problem they need to figure out properly. I think brother's got at least 10 years, in my opinion, before Japan becomes like South Korea 2.0 and becomes fully westernized. I saw some things there in the cracks I didn't like about Japan. I give it 10, 15 years, right, personally. But as a city, as a culture, food, cost of living, Tokyo, Japan is off the flipping chain, bro. And
Mhm.
yo, bro, it's like a different world, man. Yoyogi Park playing soccer, football over there, right? With some people
Basketball too. Yeah,
playing basketball, women looking at
yeah.
you with with their Shiba Inu dogs, checking for a brother, want a brother. And I'm thinking, if I was living here, right? Oh my goodness, man, it'd be a wrap. It'll be a wrap. And
So
brothers, Phil, get into IT. Please do Phil's AWS course. Do my Python course. Forget everything else. Only IT, nothing else, bro. Nothing else. Only IT, right? Only IT. I don't want to hear nothing else, but only IT is gonna get you to what Phil's doing, to what I'm doing. Only IT, bro. Right? That's it, brothers. So Phil,
stuff
I'll
like
cut you off there.
this.
There you go.
Stuff like this. Yeah.
There you
Another
go.
one. Gen AI with Python.
Let's go, Theo, bro. Put the effing work, brothers,
Yeah.
man. Earlier today, I was
Yeah.
studying as well, right? I was putting in work because me and Theo, we think 5 years ahead, 1 year ahead, 10 years ahead, right? Trust me, brothers. We got some big plans coming for y'all, man. Do our courses. Do it. There you go. Python. I'm a Python guy, bro. Theo knows
Yeah.
Python, right? AWS too.
Yeah.
You take my Python course, you take Phil's AWS course, you go to Phil's conference in Miami. Listen, right? Whatever black man is doing conferences for us in Miami, bro. It's something. So y'all blessed. You're blessed, and you don't even know it. You're blessed, honestly, bro. So for
So
me, I
yeah.
want to see Phil right with his Brazilian Japanese queen, and he's gonna get that. I'm gonna get my queen too. Phil can
Yeah.
get his queen, and life is good, man. Life is
She's
good.
cute, isn't she? She's
She's
cute.
I want that, brother. I want to check out that as well, bro.
Yeah. But it's just see, I want you to understand, in my eyes, that's a 6. Okay?
What?
That's not an 8. That's a 6. That's just a general 6. So you should go to Brazil, man. You should go to Sao Paulo. There's some real super hotties there. But like I don't want one of those. I just want like a nerdy Japanese Brazilian 6, like I showed you, who has a great personality, watches anime and talks a lot. I want to have fun with her. That's the kind of person that I want. And that kind of woman, I'm not. If I have that kind of woman, I'm not looking like I showed you. I'm not looking for another one. That's it. I'm
Mm,
done.
mm.
Yeah, I'm going to places with her. Yeah, definitely be like, yeah, twice a week we're definitely going out. Yeah, without doubt. I'm showing people you off. I'm showing you off, man. I want everyone to see it. I'll give you a little bit of game that you need to understand because I saw what Dak was saying in the chat, which is actually correct. Japanese Brazilians aren't accepted fully as Japanese people in Japan, which is definitely true. They do have an issue with this, even like Nikkei, Sankei, Ikkei in the United States. When they go back to Japan, they're not exactly accepted. But if you're like me and you speak fluent Japanese and you're this tall foreigner and you're talking to them in Japanese in Brazil, they freak. They're like, wow. And then you speak to them in Portuguese and you have the Japanese going back and forth, you've got a date. Yeah. That's why it was so easy for me to date Japanese Brazilians when I was there last time. I had the communication skills. So that's why I say you guys go for it, learn the languages, and then she's really going to appreciate that you actually understand her fully. You understand both sides of her. Yeah, you could have a date.
Facts. And one last point here. Do it. Remember, date in her country, live in her country, because like even if you meet a Japanese Brazilian chick in America or in the UK, she's poisoned. She's in the Western culture, right? You need to find her abroad and live with her abroad. I'm telling you, the Western culture, America, UK, is finished, finito. It's poisoned. It's spoiled. It's like spoiled fruits, right? I'm telling you, don't. Even if she's foreign, living in the West, don't go for her, right? Please, okay? Everyone, right, needs to be dating abroad. We got to do it. We got to do it, man. I'm telling you, we have to.
Yeah.
Because it's over. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, I don't see why any of you guys would even be considering dating in the West. It's not even. You know, we're pretty strict on this on the site, and I always say it's not just dating. Why are you even talking to her? You shouldn't even be at a level where you're even speaking to her. There should be no communication at all. Nothing. I don't see how you win, even by recognizing that she exists. Don't even do that. If she needs help with something, just tell her, like, hey, the bear is over there. There's the bear. And just keep on going. Because you're not there to help her. You have other things to do. And she's definitely not going to be a part of your future. And so as long as you understand that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to make your decisions in the West.
Facts. Yeah, you're speaking facts, Phil. I feel like this is why, like, I'm telling you, having a strong will, right, is needed on the journey to freedom. And this time, I mean this right. It may take a year, 2 years of you not smashing or talking to a chick in America and UK. Can you brothers go through that long for doing so? Can you do it? Can you? Can you go a very long time without indulging with local women, without relapsing, right? You need to have that discipline to go through it, man. That's why I'm all about hobbies: gym, studying, watching anime, watching movies, TV shows, going out for runs. These things keep me occupied. It should keep you occupied as you're working towards freedom and the bigger goals. Think about where you're going to be in a couple years' time. I know it's hard, but you can do it, bro. You can. Phil's done it easily, bro. Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. But so something that I was just talking to you about before the stream started, your work. So I'm definitely preparing to go to Brazil. I'm doing this on a day-by-day basis, right? So it's not just me getting more courses in America and then getting my body right and going to the chiropractor and, you know, oncologist, things like that, which is kind of normal for me. It's also me, you know, throwing things away that I don't need in the house anymore that I know I'm not going to bring to Brazil, or getting things for Brazil, ordering it now off of eBay because it's so cheap. I won't be able to get eBay sent to me so easily in Brazil because there's taxes. So I actually need to have everything I need for Brazil in my house first. And then when I send everything on containers, I can do that. And that's where I can avoid the taxation, right? So I'm just telling you, like, I have that process in my head right now going on. I'm studying Portuguese every day. I'm busy. I don't have time for a Keisha. I just don't. No, man. I got to get my steps in. I got to teach. I got to do my broadcast, things like that. So if you're really serious about this, you're not going to have time for a distraction. I don't have a TV in my house for a reason. I don't have time for television.
Damn, Theo, you are a legend, man. All right, so let's read the super chats. We're going to see some clips, and when we're going to crash out on Kick, we have... Okay, we've got some time. We have 45 minutes left. Perfect.
Sure.
We're on track for 2 hours. Shout out to Mr. Magnus Anthony for the support again. Sensei, I'm Raider and Combat Systems Engineer. KRJP, yes indeed. Awesome. IT bros in the building. Shout out to Zeno for the support. Salute Theo on IP. Hoping to sign up for Theo's AWS and AI class. Theo, thanks for showing us brothers can kill it in IT and live the dream life they told us we could not have. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Narman for the support. With your 6.0 resources, look at that. I leveled up in system security, networking, operations environment, and cyber. Already taken up IBM AI courses through work and preparing for CISP, settling on 4 family. Look at that,
man. Which country? Wait, hold on. Which flag is that? I can't tell which flag that is. Is that
KE?
That's a country. That's KE. Okay. All right, bro. That? Go for it. Yeah, good. I like it. I like it, Naaman. That's congratulations to you. Go tell the class about that. I'm teaching AI in the fall, and there's a bunch of resources that I'm bringing into the. So, again, the amount of time that I'm having to spend on this, you have no idea. It's endless. I'm just always thinking about what I can do next. So it'd be great. So if you want to go to Kenya and you want to make that family, go for it. 100% support you.
Perfect. Shout out to Doc for the support. What's up, Doc? Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Doc, a former student of mine, former field student, genius guy, doing very well in IT. We love to hear it. We love to see it. Shout out to Mr. Zeno for the support. AI having a crazy impact on IT right now. I've met a number of Indian people making $400K a year outside of Silicon Valley working on that. That can be us, man. That must be us black men, and that must be us brothers making that cash, bro. And if you're in America too, the world, listen, man, Americans, right? I know we're going about America, dating scene, all that stuff, right? But America has the best IT market in the entire world, has the most remote jobs in the entire world. So you're a black man, you're a brother, you have Theo, you have me helping you, guide you through the IT world, right? And you're a black American man. Why are you not taking advantage of all the opportunities in America, bro? Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Those Indian jobs, right, should be our jobs. We must demand it, envision it, feel it, and see it. That should be our jobs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how I feel about that ish. So let's get it, right? Let's get it. No games. Let's get it. Okay. All right. So
I do want to do a shout out. I want to do a shout out real quick. So Dak just talked about that in the chat. He just got AWS Solutions Architect Professional, which is the highest level of certification, in AWS. And what I want, again, Dak, to you, of course, congratulations. You did a great job. You've always been a great student. You've always done the work, and it's hard work, and you always persevered. I saw that, so you did a great job. But what I'm telling the people who are watching this, we want you to post your victories. Too many of you guys are quiet with your victories. And then the people who are struggling don't see who you are. So if you're quiet, your silence doesn't help boost them up. And then also the people who like to attack us, if you're silent, it further justifies their thinking that black man ain't ish and shouldn't do anything. So you need to talk. It's your responsibility. If you pass a test, tell us. If you're making $120,000 a year, post it. use a different name if you want. We don't care about your name, but we do care that you actually tell people that you did it because it helps the group. We need to see your success.
Yes, indeed. Facts for your facts. So once again on the screen, Black Marriage for Conference ticket. Get your ticket. Get your ticket. Miami 2025. You're going to be in Miami. When is it? September, right? September? October?
Yeah, it'll be September.
Damn. That's 2 months away,
Yep.
bro. It's already 1st of July over here in the UK. So imagine in Miami, you're amongst brothers talking about IT, networking, right? You're seeing for Latinas, but we're not there for Latinas. We're there for networking, building, etc. So this is awesome, bro. So again, get your tickets right to the conference, and there's also additional options to be in Theo's classes on that website. Whatever Theo's offering, take it and go for it. Whatever I'm offering, take it and go for it. Okay. So here's my link, right? I'll be teaching Python, right, alongside Theo's course. Okay. Q4 2025. The link is in the chat for you to register your interest. Okay. All right. So when we go live, I'm going to send you a link, how to join the course, the prices, etc., etc. So make sure you go on that link right there on the screen and put your details in, and IP will be in touch in a couple weeks' time in regards to the Q4 Python course. Okay. Awesome. Now, okay. One more super chat. We're gonna go super chat over here. Shout out to Manconomist for the support. UK brother, what's up, bro? What do you think to a private encrypted server, private Wi-Fi, and a private VPN to keep everything secure? We'll be looking up courses this fall. This weather frying me up at the moment. It's hot over here in the UK, bro. I feel you, bro.
So, with all this encryption, what's your content? Like, why would you go this far? This doesn't make sense. What problem are you trying to solve with all this encryption? That's the question I ask you. So if you're not solving any question, then I just say, bro, what are you doing? That's all. I don't have that kind of system. Oh, what am I downloading? What? Another book? I'm going to GitHub and downloading a Git cloning a repo or something like that. I mean, what? Why do you need to encrypt all your traffic like that? This is the question I ask you. So, what problem are you trying to solve? And it says, hold on. It says to stop the government getting into my finances. Okay, I just want you to understand that's not the way to do it. And if you really are that paranoid, why are you in the government? Why are you in the UK right now? You need to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so just leave. Go to Costa Rica. Go to Cuba. Go someplace else. Okay, if you're really that worried, restart your life. Okay. I'm not worried about that. Yeah.
All right, bro. All right. So, okay, let's get cracking, man. We got some interesting content to react to, right? After we've gone crash out on Kick, like some mofos. All right. So the first one I want to react to, right, is this something that is very interesting here. Okay. Video file IP, you Japanese woman lover. Where's the clip, bro? Okay, behave. All right. So, but the different stream IP. All right, let's go. All right. So I'm gonna bring up this clip, right? So this clip, right, over here, we have a woman who has been on 75 first dates, and she has made that choice after that much dates to go abroad and to become a passport cis. And you won't believe the country she wants to go to. Let's check it out.
I've been on 75 first dates.
75 first dates. That should tell you, oh my goodness, bro. Like 75 first dates, no comment, right? Now, the fact that she's been on that, right, is quite a lot. The average man hasn't even been on 5 dates in his lifetime, Theo. It's that bad in the West, bro. And she's been on that much dates and hasn't locked down the guy. I guarantee you, right, if a guy has been on that much dates, by the 8th date he's been on with a different chick, he's locking her down. So it just tells you the type of woman we're dealing with in the West at the moment. It's insane.
Yes, I've counted. And if I can't find love in the biggest city in America, I need to try something new.
Okay, so tell us what you're gonna try then.
This? Oh, I don't know if soap would be good in Ireland. We love a staple
Did I hear Island? What?
piece, but like that's giving like I'm going to a business meeting. I do wear it to work. Oh, whatever you would wear to work, let's not wear on a date.
Wow.
Oh, that's cute. Yes, 100% yes.
In a few hours, I'm headed to the airport going to Ireland.
Oh.
Because I believe the man of my dreams is there waiting for me.
Oh my goodness, bro. So we have a chick, right, that's been on 75 days in the West, right? Can't get a dude. She's become a passport cis, right? And is making her way to Ireland because she believes an Irish guy is waiting for her. Now the question is, right, does the average Irish guy want a woman like this, Theo, in your opinion? Let's break it down for us, Theo. No comment.
I see her as an American delusional tourist in Ireland trying to get her freak on. So she's more of a sexpat. She's not talking about going there permanently. If you think about how I was just talking to you, I'm talking about building infrastructure in other countries, leaving family in other countries. I'm not coming back. That's a passport, bro. This woman, does she speak Irish?
Is Irish language?
Is she learning it? What?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, bro. Oh, it's English, bro, is it? Oh, sugar. I don't know.
Like, you're British. So when you said that, I was like, I'm just gonna ask a question to that one because I'm not gonna touch it. Well, man, you got some nationalists on the other side willing to educate you. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand away from you because I know enough to not trigger that trap card over there. That's for sure. So yeah, let's try that again. So she's going to Ireland. Does she speak the language? Is she learning the language? Does she know the culture? Is she going there permanent? Is she getting a visa for the EU? Those are the questions we need to ask first. And I don't see anything like that in her eyes. This is all her being Western American woman projecting her culture, right? If you guys look at my eyes when I'm talking, I'm studying to death. I don't have these kind of eyes. I'm always working. And then 75 dates. I haven't had 75 dates in my entire life. What's she talking about? 75? What the hell are you talking about, woman? I agree with you, IP. Once we get to a certain date level, we're either locking her down or we stop dating for a while because something's wrong. Right? This woman has no clue, man. I'm just like, I'm done.
Facts. Like, does she believe that the average Irish guy is gonna pick her over Irish chicken? Now, I've been to Ireland before, actually, right? I found it very boring, right? That's why there isn't a stream on it on my channel, right? But now, aside from that, right, like there's some really hot Irish chicks, right, that the guys have options with to get with, right? Is he gonna pick an Irish chick that's hot compared to this American chick? He's picking an Irish chick, right? So once again, right, American women, right, overinflate their worth. All that Hollywood stuff, all that music BS, all that Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo nonsense, right, has gassed them up. It's gassed them up. The fact that she has a confidence to say, "I'm going to Ireland to find her, right, her dream guy," right, is astounding. Who gassed you up, lady? Who lied to you? You ain't us. Listen, right, you're not like us, and that's words of Kendrick Lamar. You're not like us. You're not like us, right? We can go to Ireland and pull Irish chicks. I've been to Ireland before. They were checking for me, bro. They were checking, right? You've been to Ireland before, Phil, right? You've been there before.
Yeah.
They were tricky for you, right? They were tricky for you, bro.
Yeah. Well, my point is, can she drink alcohol like an Irish woman can?
Damn.
Because if she can't do that, then why would an Irish man be with her? Irish women can drink. They're very respectable. I'm like, wow.
Mm.
They're kind of like German. German women can also drink it down. So I don't see this woman being able to drink. She probably has a gluten allergy to alcohol. so I don't know how that's going to work. I'm just looking at this like, have you thought this through, honey? Let's just think about this for a second. Have you thought it through? All right. Okay.
You know, feel like, as you know, the American women, they don't think things through. They just like, they are very interesting characters. They believe that the world revolves around them. They can go to any country. They believe that dudes will be lining up for them. Yeah, dudes may be lining up for you, but not to wipe you up, right? They're using you for practice. Notice how the average foreign guys is saying, "Oh, I'm going to the UK to find me my British wife, or I'm going to America to find me my American wife." No, they don't normally say that, because they know that you Western chicks, right, are just horrendous to deal with and date and marry. Notice how an Italian guy, right, doesn't say, "I'm going to America to get me an American girl." These guys, they all know, bro. They all know. They all know. Theo, sorry, Theo, right? How many Italian male and American female couples do you see? But vice versa, you see Italian women with American men all the time. Go to New Jersey in America, New York, right? So everyone knows the value of the American man who's a passport bro. Everyone knows the low value. Go on, bro.
Well, you go to Italy, you see not only American men dating Italian women, but also British. You see German, right? So there's other men in Italy dating the women there locally. So my point is that you don't see international men checking for American women. You just don't see it. I mean, I guess we're saying checking. We're talking long term, not a booty call. They'll booty call American women all day, all night.
They know y'all some freaks, yeah, American chicks, but they know you ain't no wifey. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. They're not wifey. So.
Awesome. So I don't know what she's speaking about, but it ain't happening, sweetheart. Stay in America and continue your dates.
All
right.
I say like let her. I say go to Ireland and find out what it's like. But will she still live in a bubble in Ireland? Right? Can she understand what to do in Ireland? Because she's another culture, another country. What I have found is that Western women, when they go abroad, they export their culture and they export their requirements. So they want other people to be like them. And this is why they're such bad people in marriage in the West. Whereas Western men, when we go abroad, we usually want to learn about the culture and integrate with the locals. Well, if we have an integration mentality, that means we're going to be great husbands. So because we have these really big difference in mentality, the results are very different when it comes to marriage.
Facts. All right. So next one's react to, okay? So let me share my screen over here, video file. Right. Let me bring up this interesting video over here. Okay. So
Of a gym crush, this is your sign to go to.
Hold on there. Shut up. Right. So basically, right, things are getting really, really bad in the West, right? And that kind of negative energy is now permeating in gym culture. So we have a woman here who's upset that, yo, we're in the gym. Why you not cold approaching chicks? Why you not cold approaching me, woman? Right? Men are not cold approaching women in the gym, and this woman feels some way about that. Let's check it out.
If you're a single man in the gym and you have a gym crush, this is your sign to go talk to them, because please put
No, it isn't.
No.
It's
No.
not. No.
the love of God. I am so sick of making eyes with men and doing this stupid little look at you, look away, make eye contact, look away, look for them.
No. In fact,
No.
if you're a single man in the gym, don't cold approach.
Mm.
Don't do it.
That's correct. Do not cold approach. Do not talk. Do not initiate. Actually, don't even look at her.
Don't. Because
Yeah.
over the past several years, I've seen on Twitter, right? There's a guy called, was it Joey Swole? This guy, I can't remember his name properly.
Yeah.
And he just shows you clips of how women, right, get angry at guys for cold approaching them, women being narcissistic in the gym, women disrespecting men in the gym. And that kind of energy, right, has told men that it's not even worth it, right? And what's at stake? Because you don't even know if a woman is recording you to make it go viral on social media for cold approaching her. She's doing her sets, her phone's out somewhere, you could approach her, and then next thing you know, you're everyone on social media, everyone's calling you a creep, everyone's calling you a bad guy. There's so much risk in just even like being around Western women in 2025. Women that we grew up with, women that we fought for, women that we as men go to war for. And now us guys, right, are saying we're not going to cold approach in the gym anymore. And now they're complaining, hey, where are the guys? Why they're not cold approaching? So you see how these women, they don't know what they want. They change their minds left and right, forward and center. It's crazy. No, don't cold approach. Don't.
Yeah, I'd say, guys, don't. Yeah, again, continue on with what you're saying. It's too dangerous to even talk to them because they might have that camera set up to try to make you look bad, and so that they're doing anything to increase their value, and that includes making stories about you. They think that increases their value. I have no, again, that's pure narcissism as far as I'm concerned. So don't do anything. If you see a really hot woman in the gym, you're in the West, just look away. Go do something else. Put your glasses on, put your earphones on, go get your stuff done. We've always stated here in America, this is one of the biggest reasons why the home gyms are exploding. Like the one I have here in my house, it's because of the women. The men can't exercise in peace, so we all have our own. We're getting our own home gyms, and some gyms are actually going bankrupt because of this, because they have lack of people going to the gym.
Wow, it's kind of watching
for them in the gym. Just come talk to me. It's not that hard. Put on your
it is hard. You made it hard.
big boy pants. Tell her she's pretty. Tell her she's strong. Offer to spot her. Make a joke. I don't care. Just figure it out.
Wow. No, they're crashing out, bro. No. You made your bed, so you're going to lay on it. No, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No. Ladies, if you want validation, go talk to the bear. The bear's there for validation. So I'm sure the bear will tell you how beautiful you are. The bear will definitely tell you how tasty you are. That's for sure. So if you really want to be a tasty morsel, go talk to the bear.
Facts, bro. Phil, would you cold approach abroad? Let's say you're in Brazil, right? Would you cold approach a woman in the gym?
No problem. I cold approach all the time. It's not an issue. Just go talk to her. She's not going to do anything. She doesn't have her camera out or anything like that. She'll most of the time I'm cold approached by women when I go abroad. But I still also cold approach as well. I think it's really fun to do. Here in the West, yeah, I had to be insane. No, under no circumstances.
Facts. Theo, you notice how, right, we don't see clips of, foreign women doing what West women do, like so-called exposing guys in the gym. You don't see these weird clips, oh, he cold approached me in the gym, or he's looking at her during workouts. I've never seen it from Brazil Twitter, never seen it from Japanese Twitter, never seen it from Portuguese Twitter. It just shows you that Western women are the problem. Something like we men have become so weak, and West women have taken advantage of that. Foreign dudes are not weak, bro. They keep their women in check, and that's how it's got to be. Women must be kept in check, or else the world becomes in chaos.
I think that, like I say, I wouldn't necessarily call it a weakness. I think from my point of view, I'm talking coming from the 70s here. It was that Western men were romantic and considerate and caring and wanted to solve problems for Western women and love them and care for them. And Western women took advantage of that and weaponized it against the men. And now they're reaping the rewards of this, and that we're not talking to them, which is well deserved. I won't say a word to them, not unless it's recorded or there's people around. So, they get what they deserve. That's fine.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. Don't cold approach them. Don't do it. Awesome. All right. So next one to react to, right, is so here's a very interesting clip, right, of this over here. Okay.
Or is sparking fierce debate.
So now China has a new divorce law, a divorce law that I strongly agree with. Now I have my issues with Chinese women, right? Colorism, how they treat black men, but I'm putting that aside, right? This is about divorce laws. I'm going to break it down as to, is this a great divorce law? Is this what we need in the West, etc., etc.? Let's check it out.
China's new divorce law is sparking fierce debate.
Okay.
Starting the 1st of February 2025, property owned by one spouse before marriage, often the husband will no longer be considered joint property after divorce.
Oh, so before they got married, right, if the husband owned a property, right, and he got married to a chick after and they got divorced, the property will be with him instead of it being shared or being transferred over to her. Okay, I like that. Let's go.
Unless a wife has made direct financial contributions.
Unless a wife has made direct financial contributions. Okay.
She may walk away with nothing.
Perfect.
Critics warn it could leave women financially vulnerable.
We don't care.
Especially those who've sacrificed careers for family.
We don't care. Pick better men.
The law is already changing how young couples think about marriage.
Pick better men. So picking Chad, Tyrone, pick better men. I guarantee you, there won't be any single problem with your marriage, right? So Theo, over to you first, right? Do you agree with this divorce law? Theo, what's your thoughts here, brother?
I do agree with this divorce law. I think it's fantastic, especially regarding your assets that you have before the marriage. That should be untouchable by the woman, 100%, period. There's nothing that she can do to get those assets. Regarding the relationship within the marriage, she should, if she's worried about it, then she should have a part-time job at least and make a little money on the side, But if she's 100% gold digging that man and there's a divorce, go out and get a job, woman. Go out and look, discover reality. That's what reality is. Go ahead, go for it.
Facts, absolutely facts. Right now, a lot of people are saying this is a great divorce, and I definitely agree. But my question to you is, would you marry a Chinese chick? And let's keep it real here, right? We're grown men here, right? This is a great law, but would you live in China and would you marry a Chinese chick? Me personally, unless it's in a very extreme circumstance, no. Okay, because I've mentioned it before. Out of all the East Asian chicks, right, the ones that check for black men the most are Japanese chicks by far and by none. It's not even close. Chinese women is they're not really checking for us like that. Okay, they're not. It's very rare that some do. So your chance of getting a Chinese chick right is very low. Okay, if you do get one, okay, do you see yourself living in China? No, because you're gonna deal with microaggressions, right? Racism, anti-blackness, right, in China. So, like, yeah, this is a great divorce law, and it's for those who are in China married to a Chinese chick. Okay, we as passport bros, right? We're not really thinking about China like that. A wife of a Chinese chick. If I'm honest with you, like I want to go to where I'm loved, where I'm cherished. And I think that's very important. We're not cherished here as nerdy black men in the West. So why would I go to China knowing that I won't be cherished there? I'm just keeping it a buck. So I want this kind of law to be in Japan, to be in Colombia, to be in Brazil, right? We know it will never be in the West. It's a genocentric hellhole. But other foreign countries, yes, we want this law. What's your thoughts, FBO?
Yeah, I would like to have it in other countries. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. This is good for Chinese men. I think it's great. Or if you are married to a Chinese woman in China, great for you. But most of us in the passport bro community, we really aren't checking for Chinese women like that, and we really aren't checking to live in China like that. Just for the overwhelming number. I mean, most passport bros are looking at Colombia. Just straight up being honest, it's number one. So, most passport bros like curves. Chinese women really don't supply that. So, that being stated, good start. It'd be great if this were implemented globally. Don't see it happening that way, but I think for China, this is a great law.
Facts. You know what, Theo, as much as we go on about China, right? China is probably the most based Asian country, right? In terms of like they run their country, hardly any Western influence there from a perspective. Okay, like at this point in time, I don't want to be becoming like America anytime soon, right? But I do see Japan becoming like America in 20 years tops, right? I do see it. But you agree that Japan is taking on that edge there. If they don't sort that issue out properly, if they don't man up and say this is our country for the Japanese, this is our political culture, America keep out. Unless they do that, right? Japan, I'm gonna give it 20 years tops from a political and culture perspective. From a woman perspective, 15 to 10 years average, right? Unless things change. I saw some things there last year that I didn't really like about, okay, things are creeping in here. I saw it in South Korea everywhere. I think South Korea is done for. But then again, I ain't really checking for South Korea like that or South Korean chicks. I think it's 50-50, right? I think they like white men more than black men, so that's cool. But Japan is for brothers, right? But there's a limit there until things get ruined, okay? But China is the last bastion for East Asian countries. That's why they can pass a law like this. Japan, right, could pass a law like this, but I guarantee you these wacko ass, sorry, my language, these wacko feminist chicks right in the West will try and do some sabotage to that kind of law in Japan. I'm just keeping a buck. Keep your culture in check, Japan. Go on, bro.
They can't do wacko laws like that in Japan. It's impossible. The feminists can't do it. It's literally impossible. That the way the system, the way the no, that's not the way the Japanese move. So, good luck, ladies. That's not going to happen. The Japanese women like their system. They're really not going to change it. It's the system they have right now is very good for Japanese women for what their values are, what they actually want. So, and there's not going to be any change. They're fine. They'll sit there. They have Japanese women have options. They know, like they're classy women. They know they can go to London and get a guy. So they know they have options.
Easily,
Yeah,
and that's why you
easily.
keep her in her home country. I'm telling you, man, easily. Keep your woman in your home country, because when it comes to the West, they know that they're rare, they're commodity, and they're gonna have an army of simps willing to delete their mothers to sniff an Asian woman's fart. Okay, so I'm going to remove this over here. Okay. No, I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Keeping it a buck.
So Japanese women really don't have ratchet behavior. They're very much against that. So if you even for the worst of women in Tokyo, they really don't have that. So that coming over ain't gonna happen to them. They always have a certain level of grace and, what can I say, self-respect, than to act in a ratchet behavior. So as long as they have that, they're gonna be okay. They'll be fine.
Awesome. All right. So, okay, next one to react to.
Mhm.
Okay, present video file. So
of Dylan Harper's mother on NBC.
all right, so now, okay, here's a perfect example, right, of why it is that men are becoming passport bros to get them a Filipina woman. Okay, I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why. Let's watch this. Okay.
Did you notice the peculiar reaction of Dylan Harper's mother on NBA draft night? No
NBA draft night, Dylan Harper, next up, he got drafted. He showed us his mother, who's a Filipino. He's a half black, half Filipino man, okay? We saw his mum, and we're going to see what his mum has done for him to get to where he is right now.
one realized that to ensure Dylan's success, she made 3 profound sacrifices. When the Spurs announced Dylan Harper as the 2nd overall pick, his mother, dressed in a black gown,
That's his mum? Whoa, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
stood proudly by his side, stealing the spotlight. Overnight, she went from a behind-the-scenes mother to the center of attention. But little
Look at that. Look at that. Get you, Filipina.
is known about the silent sacrifices Maria made behind Dylan's glittering NBA journey. First, Maria Pizarro, a former D1 player, fiver competitor, and coach of a top New Jersey boys basketball team, gave up all her own opportunities starting when Dylan was in 1st grade.
Damn. So his Filipina mum, right, is putting in work for her half black son. We love to see it. We love to see it, right?
Until he graduated high school, she not only taught him skills, but also instilled discipline and a love for the game. Second, in 2012, she divorced Ron Harper, becoming a single
Damn. Ah, it is what it is.
mother raising Dylan and his older brother, Ron Jr. Despite the family upheaval, she never let life's uncertainties distract Dylan from his focus on basketball. Finally, Maria appeared on camera in her black gown, elegant and confident, yet faced unwarranted speculation and ridicule. Many fixated on her appearance, ignoring her efforts as a basketball coach and mother. She didn't respond to the criticism, only saying calmly on ESPN, Dylan's success comes from passion and perseverance. Those simple words, in truth, were also about herself.
Theo, I see why a lot of black men will do anything to get them a Filipina. I used to not believe the hype back in the day. I'm thinking, okay, you got a Japanese chick there, you got Colombian over there, you got Brazilian over there. Why do y'all love Filipina so much? But Theo, then I see this clip over here, Theo. I see a great mother to her black son, right? There by him, encouraging him for greatness, right? Theo, I might say F it. Drop Japanese chicks and get me a Filipina and call it a day. Picking out me, Theo.
Well, if you want to make a son, yeah, this works very well because Filipinos love to breed. That's for sure. So I mean, they're the ultimate like backup. So, like, if you don't do well in Kenya, you don't do well in Brazil. You know, Ukraine isn't good for you. Go to Philippines. 6 months later, you've got a wife. So there's a lot of women there who are definitely checking for brothers. That's for sure. So again, I looked at this and I thought, wow, you know, I could have a could I also have a basketball son later on, or an athletic son with this kind of Filipino mother around? She looks cute. Yeah, this looks great. I feel sorry for the divorce with Ron Harper because, like, wow, he lost an amazing woman there. You know, she looks like she's got all of her marbles in place, all of her values, everything's good about her. That's what I said. She looks it that way. I mean, of course, I might read something later on, and she's some crazy woman. I don't know, but in terms from a passport bureau point of view, guys, there are women like this in the Philippines. Go get her.
Phil, like I know you're now into Brazilian Japanese chicks, right? But this kind of like proves a lot of brothers' point that perhaps having multiple women is a way, because like how many you feel right? Tell me, right? On planet Earth, right? Have you ever met a Brazilian, Japanese, Filipino woman at once? Culturally, race-wise, not really. It's very rare. However, you can get you a half Brazilian, half Japanese chick, and then get you a Filipina as your second girlfriend or second wife, right? And call it a day. So the guys who say, IP, I want multiple chicks. Okay, I kind of get it now. You want your Filipina, a Japanese Brazilian, maybe a Colombian, the best of all worlds. Why not? Come let's keep it a buck, Theo.
No. You need to have a long-term relationship, a legal long-term relationship. You'll see what this is like. Now, I just one. Again, you saw the picture of the kind of woman I'm going for. That's all I need. I'm good. I don't need anything more than that. And I'm sure I'll be happy after that. Make 4 sons with her. I'm done. That's all I care about.
Okay, Phil. I mean, you could have that's fine. I mean, I feel like I'm warming up to the idea of having multiple women. I'll be honest with you. I feel like because like there's so many beautiful women around the world of different cultures and races and nationalities, right? You have a baby with one woman, right? The average woman will not have a baby again, right? After 1 year, she may wait 3 or 4 years. Whereas you can get another chick, put a baby in her. Now you got 2 in 2 years. So there's a lot to think about here, especially kingdom building, legacy. Like, damn, like seeing this right here makes me happy, bro. A basketball son being encouraged by his foreign mother. We love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I think this is very good for him. I think it's a good situation for him. Congratulations to him. I think this is wonderful. And I wish him all the luck, actually. I hope he's very successful. Amazing mother. And for you guys who are watching this, again, I want this to inspire you to go out and, at bare minimum, go to the Philippines to get a wife. That should be the bare minimum. You can definitely do this. It's not hard to do. Really, it's not hard to do. Just be a decent person, and you can have an amazing life abroad.
Facts, Phil. Absolute facts, bro. Absolute facts. All right. So, okay. So, Phil, we have, let's see. We got 3 more minutes left. I want to respect your time, Phil. But Phil, do you have any clothing statements, brother? I think I'm going to crash out myself on Kick just to respect your time.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta teach a class. Had a good time. This was really fun. Enjoyed doing this. Guys, I want to emphasize to you, do the work. So when I'm looking at the chat, when I said you have to make $100,000 or 100,000 euros to work, you guys put in more effort to go under that rule than to exceed that rule. And if you really want to be successful in life, you need to be going above 100,000 a year. 100,000 should be bare minimum. That's barely anything. So you guys can go much higher than that. Put in the work, have the discipline, you will make it in life. You want to make it with AI? We've got, again, Python and AI go really well together. All right? You need to be working. You need to be studying and investing in yourself and really going far. If you're not doing it, man, life is hard. And you can't justify your way out of a hard situation. Or, again, you'll be on the River Thames on a nice luxury bench, homeless, and eating out of trash cans. And I don't think you want that. All right?
Mm.
So, we really had a good time talking. This is fun. Again, if you guys want to take our courses, go to IP's Patreon, go to IP's Facebook group, start talking, then get some information from there, okay? Enjoy the kick out. I got to go to class to go teach that, go have some fun there. Had a good time. This was a fun one. Again, I like the Filipina in the end. Filipina's a nice woman. I just want to say it's very pleasurable to make children with Filipinas. they're very good. I'll say that. Yeah, that's very good. When I'm saying making children, I'm not saying outside of marriage. I would rather put a ring on it and then make a baby with a Filipino. But they're very active. They really want to have a child. It's not like, if you're making like $200,000 a year and you have a Western woman, she says like, I want more. I want blah blah blah. You make $200,000 a year with a Filipina. She's thinking about how many kids she's going to give you. They're two different worlds. I'm serious. Choose the world that's best for you. Okay.
Thank you for your appreciate
All
you,
right,
brother,
guys.
as always.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Peace out, bro. All right, brothers. Okay. We're now taking over to Kick. We're going to crash out on Kick. Okay. So everyone hop on Kick. Kick crash out up next. Put the link in the live stream chat. Everyone hop on Kick. Create your account on Kick. I'm going to crash out on Kick. I got a lot to say. I've had a very interesting couple of weeks. Okay. Get yourself over to Kick right now. I'm going to give you brothers 2 minutes. I want everyone on Kick in 2 minutes. We're going to end the stream on YouTube. We're going to end on Facebook, Twitch, and Rumble. And we're only going to be on Kick. Okay. We're going to crash out. We can swear on Kick. We can say some crazy things on Kick. Okay. But not on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, get over to Kick right now. We're going to crash out like a mofo. All right. All right. So everyone get on Kick right now. We got over 9 people watching. I want all you guys to move over to Kick right now. Okay. So Kick crash outs coming up next. I've got 2 minutes. Okay. Man, it's hot over here in the UK, man. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. All right. Get over. Let me read the super chats real quick. Shout out to Ace of Spades for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Shouldn't go with his dad because he was a 6 NBA star. I mean, okay, but remember he locked her down, bro. He put a ring on it, bro. So he should have done his vetting or whatever, but he put a ring on that, brother. So I have nothing to say about that, brother. He put a ring on that. She sought him. He put a ring on that. So it is what it is, cuz. Shout out to Ace of Spades again for the support. Because he was a 6'6" NBA star. Well, bro, height's gonna get you woman. If you're a tall guy, right, height will always get you woman, bro. It is what it is, bro. And whether you want to put a ring on that on a woman's finger is entirely up to you, cuz. Okay. All right. So 1 more minute. I want everyone on Kick. Kick crash out up next. Kick crash out up next. We're gonna crash out on Kick. We're gonna swear, right? We're gonna put we're gonna go ham on Kick. Kick crash out up next, bro. Everyone jump on Kick for the Kick crash out. All right, here's a link to in the chat. We got 1 more minute. I want everyone on Kick, cuz. Make sure you follow me on Kick as well. Hit that follow button on Kick. Okay, hit that follow button on Kick. Right. Everyone go on Kick right now, bro. There's a Kick link in the YouTube chat. We're gonna move on to Kick. We're gonna end the streams on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. And Twitch too. 30 more seconds, brothers. I got 30 more seconds to go. I got 30 more seconds to go. No, 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 no. Everyone hop on Kick, cuz. Kick gang in the building. Come on, everyone hop on Kick, bro. You're gonna crash out like a mofo on Kick. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, I'll see you on Kick. I'm gonna end the stream now on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, I'm gonna see you on Kick, cuz. I'm gonna end the stream on Rumble. We'll be on Rumble on the next stream, okay? But this time we're on Kick. Now I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, right, get over to Kick, right? I'll see you in a bit. We're gonna crash that down Kick. So let me